we're gonna have as many countries as they do. So actually that's our goal, that's our objective. Now I'm gonna say a few words as they come out of my mind and my heart. And then Professor Poulos, our Vice President, will do a more formal presentation of our association. And we're ready to start. First of all, even though on our opening page of our website we mentioned the word association, still a lot of people ask questions what we are. And I should explain this. We are an association. The reason that we use the word institute is because we want to provide for our members the possibility of doing research work in Greece, either funded or non-funded. And when you use the word institute, it's much easier for them. And we have done that in the past. So it's more into taking into consideration our members' concerns rather than what is the substance of our institute or of our associations. The second thing that I should mention is, as we say on our opening page, we copy Thucydides going back 2,500 years, and we say this city, Athens, is open to the world. So they can come, see and learn. And this old idea, we try to revive and bring people into small groups from different countries so they can come to Athens and exchange ideas about the current and future development of their discipline. So this is our mission. And the meetings, actually I like to call them meetings and not conferences because they are small events. The meetings take place almost every week, May, June, July, and there are many parallel small meetings. So all the hotel is ours, and you can go to any room irrespectively of the subject that is discussed. After all, academics and researchers, the good ones, they can talk about everything. Even they answer questions that they give answers to questions that were never asked. So that's our profession. So this is, and of course, since we're open to the world, that means you can join us and you can help us with a variety of activities that we are doing, and Professor Poulos will present after me. Now, we do publish, even though publications are not our main goal. Publications, we do that because it has been demanded by you, by participants, because they can better write off expenses for their trip. So it's as simple as that. There are thousands of outlets around the world that they do a much better work than we do. But since we have to do the publication, we have to do it right. And we have to do a good job. And we have to improve every year. Now, starting 2 years ago, we published 15 academic journals. Now, the response rate in terms of quantities has been amazing. Now the quality should be judged. We have almost 2,000 papers for 300 papers that we need for our publication. Even the response from the world community to help us with reviewing, again the quantity, the quality is to be judged. It's more than 6,000 academics from all over the world that asked us, offered their help with the reviewing process. These are real names that we have from many different countries. But again, as I said, we don't like papers, but we like good papers and we like good reviewers. So we are here for improving. So if you are old enough and good enough, please offer your service to help us with our especially in-journal publication. Now, we do have a social program. We do have, as I said, I should mention that your contribution to our events can be, once you become a member, you can take the lead and organize a panel. session. If you plan to come next year, this is again your involvement. If you plan to come next year or any year in the future, then, and you have the credentials, you are an academic, then you can take the lead and organize what we call a thematic panel, because all our conferences are non-thematic. Now, I'll ask, we have, the way that we organize our administration is important to understand. I know nothing about programs, logistics. I'm here just as a figurehead. My role finishes now with my opening remarks. But if you need any administration assistance, you can go downstairs. Don't ask the academic members responsible for the conference that you will meet in a little while, but ask our administration. And of course, don't ask for refunds for information given to you by our academic members. They don't know the logistics and all the exchange of emails that we hand together. So please, for any administration matter, ask our administration downstairs. Now, during the 2 days, we have someone that is responsible for whatever complaint you want to have. Usually people complain from minute one, and they never finish until they go back to their places. But if you have any complaints, if you want any information, if you want to contribute to our association, Olga, she's here. You can complain to her, you can contribute and suggest. You see, she has a smile right away, so you can, we do that trick. So people do, they don't complain a lot. But if you have a complaint seriously, if you want to contribute, if you want to organize something next year, whatever you want, always is going to be around, 10th floor here. So ask her. And of course, she is going to be tonight during the Greek night. And she has most of the information. The reason that we are doing that is you don't get different information by asking different people. So whatever you want, so it's one source of information. This is the reason why we are doing that. And you ask her. Now, I don't have more to say. I'd like to thank you for being here. I wish you a very nice stay. Though that they come tonight to the Greek night, I'll be there. I'm not dancing because I have a hidden leg. But in any case, we can talk about our collaboration if you have any plans for that. Professor Poulos, our Vice President, will make a more formal presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Athens Institute for Education and Research, in short, I'd like to welcome you to Athens and to this conference. I'm going to start off by saying a few words about the Institute. Atiner was established in 1995, and its mission has been to act as a forum where academics and researchers from all over the world can come together to this historic cradle of democracy at Athens in order to exchange ideas on their research, to interact with each other, and to discuss future developments in their disciplines within an environment of respect for each other's opinions and beliefs. And after all, the free expression of one's opinion formed the basis for the development of democracy. And as it turned out, the golden age of Athens was in fact the golden age of Western civilization. Education and searching or researching for the truth are the pillars of any free democratic society. And this is the reason why education and research are the two core words in Athens' name. It is Athens' mission to revive the glory of ancient Athens by inviting the world academic community to the city. Over 95% of Athens' members are from institutions outside Greece, and our conferences are designed in such a way as to cater mainly for foreign academics. Basic activities of Atiner include, firstly, the organizing and hosting of international conferences and symposiums, such as this one. Secondly, the carrying out of research. And thirdly, the production of various publications. These are the three cornerstones that drive the Institute, so to speak. And as you'll note, in the course of this conference, cross-discipline sessions have also been arranged to address and accommodate the importance of interdisciplinary research in this globalized world that we live in. And since 1995, Atiner has organized more than 400 international conferences and other events, and has published close to 200 books. Atiner has also organized numerous roundtable discussions and public speeches on topical issues, and for a list of these, you can consult Atiner's website. The Institute is also currently involved in an ambitious project regarding the proposed establishment of an academic village. The aim of this project is to establish a community of research scholars and academics, and the proposed village will include a conference center, living facilities, as well as facilities for research and recreation. And you'll find more information on this in your file. Right, turning to today's formal activities, you should each have a program by now. You will note that in some instances there may be parallel sessions, and of course you'll choose which session to go to. Please note, and this is important, that each presentation is limited to 15 minutes. The chairpersons will keep time and will use 3 and 1 minute reminder cards. I'd like to ask the chairs to adhere strictly to the time constraints, and please allow for questions and discussions after all the papers have been presented and not during the presentation. The chairpersons must also fill out the report forms that they will be receiving. This is important because the final program that will appear on the website will be based on the chairperson's reports. Should you need to make use of technical facilities in the presentation, please confirm that everything is in order before the session begins and not during the session. There will be someone from the admin staff to help you in this regard. And there will always also be a coffee break between sessions. Right, you should also consult on the lighter note, the social program in the file. There's the Greek night tonight, of course, which will be recommended. Apart from Greek cuisine, there's also Greek music and dancing, and of course you'll be invited to join in if you like. And then there's the formal dinner tomorrow night. And these are private events that are organized by Atiner exclusively for conference delegates and their accountable persons. Then we have the open walk tomorrow, followed by the cruise to selected islands on Wednesday, and the visit to the ancient site of Delphi on Thursday. Right, a few words on publications. The Institute is involved with various publications. Firstly, there are the abstracts which are published. We are well aware that some institutions in the world treat abstracts as formal presentations and formal publications. They have their own ISBN number, and of course get cited. Secondly, the papers that are presented at this conference are placed on the web as part of an online paper series, once the editing of the papers has been attended to. They have their own ISSN number and can of course also be cited. The purpose of this publication series is to firstly disseminate the information in your paper as quickly as possible, and secondly to allow for feedback in case you wish to make amendments to your paper before you submit it for publication in the book. With regard to book publications, you will receive an email soon after the conference asking you for a final draft for publication consideration and any other information that may be relevant. All papers that are submitted will go through a referee process before they are considered for publication in the book. And then finally, Atiner also has its own journal series which commenced in 2014. We currently have 15 journals which cover various disciplines including yours. Papers submitted for the journals go through a double-blind peer review process which is monitored by an editorial board, and our acceptance rate at the moment is less than 25%. Atiner does not charge any processing or publishing fee. Right, on the issue of collaboration, we at Atiner would like to collaborate with other institutions such as the ones that you're associated with. Academics, researchers and institutes are invited to collaborate with our institute on research and education projects. If you're not yet a member of the institute, we'd like you to join and to assist with the reviewing and editing of papers. And you're also encouraged to collaborate at future conferences by submitting proposals for special panel discussions on a theme related to your own research. Academics and researchers interested in your own specific theme will then be invited by us to participate in a special panel discussion which you yourself will chair. We also have a visiting fellow, visiting researcher program, and for more information on this you can also visit this website. Well, finally, colleagues, let's hear from the program. We come from many different countries, and we at Atiner sincerely hope that you'll make the most of this opportunity to interact with each other, that you enjoy the conference, that you'll go back home with fond memories, not only of this conference, but also of Athens and Greece. Most of all, we hope that you'll come to future conferences. Thank you very much for being here, and we'll start with our first sessions at 9 o'clock. Thank you. Enjoy the conference. Can I just ask the presenters in the first session to please contact the admin representative in various venues, and the chairs must also